Hey y'all, I'm going to make a really good cake today. You make it out of a cake mix. The cake part is the cake mix. And I decided to use Betty Crocker Super Moist Triple Chocolate Fudge. You can use chocolate or any other flavor that you want, but when you see what else goes into it, you may think chocolate is the best. And so what I'm going to do is mix this with a whisk instead of a mixer, because I want it to be a little bit more dense and not with so much air in it like a mixer will do. So you make your cake just like the directions say, and I'm having a little trouble with my tripod, so I'm hoping that it doesn't go crazy. But I'm putting the cake mix into the bowl. And this particular box mix says you put your oven on 350, which I have it preheating. And I'm going to use this. It's like a 9 by 11, and I'm going to take some spray, and I'm going to spray the inside of my dish, so it'll help to keep it from sticking some. So this calls for 1 1/4 cups of water. So here's 1 1/4. Then it calls for half a cup of vegetable oil, and that's what I happen to have. A lot of times I use canola, but I'm just going to guess at half a cup. That looks about right. And then it calls for 3 eggs. So I'll put those in. And I'm just gonna, like I say, whisk this real good and get the eggs and the oil and everything incorporated real good. It'll still probably have a few little lumps and stuff, but that's okay. And when I bake this and I come back to finish putting the rest of the ingredients in it, you'll see then what goes in it. And you can decide from all those different, or well, not all those different ingredients, it's just like 3 more things. You can decide what you might want to use, the same things, or if you'd like to choose other things to go in your cake. So this is mixed up real well. I just see a couple little lumps, nothing major. And like I say, I want this cake to be a little denser, so that's why I'm not going to use my mixer. So I set my casserole dish down and pour the cake mix in, and I'm using a spatula to get it all. And that's got the better part of it. So it's ready to go in the oven, and I have to check and see. Yours might be totally different, but a 9 by 13 is 30 to 35 minutes. So when it's done, I'll let it cool for maybe 15 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and we'll finish it up. So I'll see you back soon. Our cake has cooked and it's cooled, and now it's time to put the rest of the things on it. And I'm going to go ahead and angle it down. It sank just a little bit in the middle because I didn't want it to overcook, because I just want it to be kind of like a gooey cake. So take whatever you have on hand. Chopsticks would be perfect, and I thought I had some, but I'm not sure where they are. But poke holes all in your cake. Okay. Then take a can of sweetened condensed milk and pour that on your cake. And if you've never tasted this, it is so good. So we're just going to pour this all over. And before we cut the cake, we're going to give it time for the things I'm putting on it to soak in. Then what I wanted was hot fudge. And I went to Walmart and they did not have hot fudge. The closest thing I could find to something that I felt like I wanted to use was this chocolate sauce. And it's the Ghirardelli. And I've already taken the cover off and I tasted it, and it's really, really good. It'll work just fine, but I do wish I'd had the chocolate fudge. So I'm going to pour it on. I'm not going to use quite the whole container of it. And then you choose whatever kind of candy bar that you'd like. Maybe Mounds Bar, Milky Way, Snickers. I chose my favorite and Kaylin's favorite, which is Reese Cup. And I had one. Here it is. And I just took a bunch of these and I cut them up into the little pieces. And now just drop this or sprinkle this around. Deciding what you want to put on it makes it a lot of fun. Caramel would be real good on this. My son doesn't like caramel, that's why I chose the chocolate sauce. But just put that all over it. And now, all you have to do is wait for everything to sink in, and you'll be ready to eat it. So I will come back when all this has absorbed into the cake, and we'll give it a try. Hey y'all, I did the last segment of this video where we look at the cake where it has gotten to the point where we can cut it and try it, and something happened and I'm having to re-tape that. So I've already cut a piece of the cake, and you know, I can't redo it, but let me show you. Here's what the cake looks like. Well, here's what the cake looks like. And the piece that I did cut right there came out really good. It didn't stick to the pan or anything. And then here is the piece minus the bite that I took. You can see right in there where I had stuck the fork down earlier to get the stuff to go through it. And I will take another taste, which I don't mind a bit. This is so good. It would be good to take to a potluck, but you need to take recipes to hand out. It's so good. And do what you want as far as toppings and candy bar. And also you can make it, more your own, what your family likes. But this is a real winner for a cake. And it really isn't anything to it. So thank you so much for watching. Have a very restful and good rest of the day, and have a great week. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.